Hello guys, how are you? Hello from Holland, where I'm about to start a new workshop in Utrecht on character work. I have a few minutes to answer a very good question that is coming all the way from India. And this question is related to the previous video I made about imaginary body. I'll put the link below so you can check it, and then you will realize that this is a very good question because it not only applies to imaginary body, but it applies to all the aspects of the Michael Chekhov technique. And the question is, do we have to sustain our focus on the imaginary body, or do we forget about it once we're performing and focus on other things, whatever is going on stage or whatever is happening to the character? So basically the question is, do we have to sustain the imaginary body throughout the whole performance, or is it a way to explore the character and then we forget about it? All of the Michael Chekhov work and exercises are for you to help you connect with the world of imagination. Again, the world of imagination is not fantasy, it's a very real world that quantum physics calls the quantum field. It's the world of potential, where the characters are. This is one way of looking at it that I particularly like, but another way of looking at it is you as an actor, as a human being, you're a multi-dimensional being. You're not just the character you used to play every day since you were born. We're limitless. We could become and be anything if we know how to tap into this creative force that it's operating in the world in which we live. This very creative source connected with source that creates trees, mountains, animals, storms, everything. Right, we're part of that, and if we connect with that, we tap into our multidimensionality, and then we can be a vessel for anything we're tapping into. Okay, that's what Chekhov means by the world of imagination. But we think imagination is fantasy or making up with things in your head. No, it's very real, and it's behind the material, physical world we live in. So all of these exercises, like for example, imaginary body, are like a bridge or a door for you to enter a certain frequency that you want to tap into. And that established through that exercise, through that technique of, for example, imaginary body, imagining the body of the character, specific aspects about the body of the character. For example, his arms are longer than mine, or the head is smaller, or he's fatter, or he's shorter, or whatever. And then you sort of like step into that body and wear it. That through imagination is already giving you an experience, and you're going to be perceived differently, and you're going to perceive the world differently. And it's like putting a filter in your experience of reality, but it will alter how reality and other people in it experiences you. So there is a real process of transformation. This is one step for you to tap into this frequency of the character. But once you step into it, you have sort of like enter the world of that character, or you can see the world through the lens of that character. So you don't have to really sustain it. Once you step there, now you're open to receive whatever it's happening in the scene, whatever other characters are telling you or are doing to each other, or the atmosphere is doing to you, or whatever you're saying, whatever the circumstances are, you're open, receiving them. And out of that reception, that will inspire your next action. But you are already in that frequency. You have already put on those glasses to look at the world like that person, to experience the world like that person, that character. So you don't really have to sustain it. It's a first step to enter into the world or the inner life of the character. So you can have an experience of it, and it's not intellectual, psychological information that you cannot translate into an experience. That's why Michael Chekhov is so powerful. So the answer to the question is no, you don't have to sustain it. It's one step into this imaginative or the real world of the character. And once you're in, like imagine if you go to, now I'm in Holland. For me to come to Holland, I had to take a plane. Now I'm in Holland. I'm already here. I don't have to sustain the frequency of Holland as a country to remain here. Otherwise I will show up in Brazil, for example, right? No, it's already been established. I'm already here. Now all I have to do is receive and see, oh, the light is different, the trees are taller than in my country, the buildings are also different, the vibe is different, and I'm receiving all of that, right? It's the same when you step into the country of the character, or the inner life of the character, or the frequency, the configuration of the character you want to play. Now, if for whatever reason you lose that connection, you can always go back to the first step, in this case, imaginary body, but it could be psychological gestures, bits, directions in space, wherever you're using, whichever principle you're using, to connect back to that frequency, because we can lose the focus, the concentration, things happen on stage or on set, or intrusive thoughts, wherever. So if we lose it, we go back to that. And that is like a gate to enter the place where we want to be, a place where we're going to experience the world like the character. And we will be experienced by the world like the character. And I always make emphasis on this, because do not forget, we are telling a story. We're doing this for an audience. Yeah, it's not just to have an experience. I have an experience. I want to receive an experience so I can give it. I can share it. I'm actually going, this is how this person walks. This is how this person thinks. This is how this person falls in love. This is how this person is disappointed. This is how this person is happy about something. Yeah? Okay. I've got to go. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, leave your comments, keep sending your questions. This could not be possible without your questions, and I'm loving all the questions that I'm getting. And keep an eye on our website. We're doing a lot of workshops. I'm in Holland now. I'm going to Turkey, London, Spain. Keep an eye, and hopefully I can see you in person. If not, please keep sending any questions that you've got. I'm very happy to answer them. Take care. Bye-bye.